Do it, man. What's up, gentlemen? How are you guys? Dude, it's kind of a blast from the past coming back, hanging out. I went here 2009 through 2013. My name's Cody Askins. I'm going to talk about my story. I'm also going to tie in the motto. Thanks, Coach, for giving me the opportunity to hang with you guys for a few minutes. Humble, hungry, and focused. I'm also going to try to think of a few stories that happened while I was here. Maybe not the one about getting kicked out of English class. Maybe I'll think about some other ones as well. However, I originally grew up in Arkansas. My dad's been in the insurance business my entire life. I grew up in the insurance business. To kind of tell you about my father and like the example I had growing up. I lived in Rogersville, Missouri, 16 years old. I was supposed to go to work part-time at a grocery store from like 4 to 10 o'clock. It's about 3:30, and I do not want to go to work today, right? I know you guys can probably relate a little bit. I don't want to always go to class, but I have to, or I don't always feel like practicing, but I have to. And I'm supposed to go to work at 4, it's about 3:30, and I'm throwing up. I'm not feeling well, I'm puking, I'm throwing up, and I go to my dad, and I'm like, hey, I don't think I'm gonna go to work today. I think I'm just gonna skip today. And he said something I still think about every single day when I get in from a conference at 3 a.m. and then I've got to get on and do a virtual event at 7 in the morning. And he said, you do whatever you want to do, but you know what I would do. And so I'm like, crap. So I went to work, threw up in the bathroom at little Apple Market grocery store in Rogersville, Missouri, right? Part of you developing not only as a student, not only as an athlete, but maybe as an entrepreneur or a business or an employee one day is showing up when you don't want to, right? And dude, being humble about it, being hungry. Like, I loved playing here. I played all 4 years. Actually, Coach Miners came and taught us his press defense, I think my freshman year with Coach Lemansky. Loved it. However, I don't think I could play on this team today. Like, we were NCCAA D2. I was quick, I could handle the rock. Can't jump, can't shoot, but BBC back then, like, dude, you got a pulse, you can play, right? The good news is this has evolved a lot over the years, right? It's a tribute to the coaches, the school, you guys coming in and pouring in, like multiple national championships over the years. This place keeps getting better. It's evolving, right? I've been to a couple games. Like, I love what you're doing. Well, fast forward after like being in school, I remember one of my games in high school. It's probably one of my few like cool moments. Is I was 16. I was actually about 15. I was 15 years old. I went to a little Christian school, little bitty Christian school, and 15 years old. And we're going to play a little Christian school in Southwest Missouri, like a couple hours from here, Anderson, Missouri, little bitty Christian school. Well, we had this guy named Derek Sparks who was a senior, really good ball player. He was dropping 30, 40, 50 points all the time, right? And in Christian school, it's like, it's not that hard, right? He gets suspended and he doesn't get to play. And I'm a freshman and I was the second leading scorer because in Christian schools, like, again, dude, everybody plays. I don't care if you play basketball or not, you're on the team. And I remember being 15 years old, he can't play, and we're going to play a rival of ours. And I go to this game, and at 15, I'm drinking Mountain Dew and eating a hot dog like 30 minutes before a game, right? Which is really smart. I'm sure none of you guys ever do anything like that in college. And I am walking past an alumni from this school, and the alumni says, bro, you have no chance beating us today if you're gonna eat a hot dog and drink a Mountain Dew like right before a game. And I don't know about you guys, but dude, that sparked something in me, extremely competitive. I'm like, okay, my goal is not only are we gonna win, but I'm gonna score 40 tonight. Our best player can't play. I'm a freshman, like I've never done something like that, but like it sparked something inside me. It made me hungry along the way, right? And so I go out, no jump shots, no threes, only layups and free throws, because I've never been able to shoot that well, and scored 42. Right? And so that was one of those moments that made me start to think, hey, dude, maybe I could play at like a small college and actually play basketball a little bit, right? I went to BBC back then, Mission U now, to play basketball. I got a business management degree, minor in biblical studies, but I came to play ball. That was the only reason. I was like, dude, wherever it'll take me to play basketball, I'll show up and I'll play because I love playing the game. I still play multiple times a week. Like last week I played 4 mornings with a bunch of old people. Today I played at 6 this morning for an hour. Like I still love playing. Now I'm sore and I'm hurting half the time, but man, I love getting out there and still playing. And it's amazing cardio, right? It's awesome. Well, fast forward, while I'm in BBC, I actually am interning at a local insurance office. And I start seeing these guys in this office making $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 plus every single week. And I don't know about you, but I've always thought if somebody else could do something, like I can too. And so I'm seeing this happen in the office, and I'm like, bro, if this cat, this is like 187, if he can make $2,000 a week, I know I can too. And so I get my insurance license and I start selling. And long story short, while I was here, I made $117,391.13 at 20 years old while I was on this team. I started making money. I fell in love with sales, fell in love with business, fell in love with being an entrepreneur. Now, do I have regrets that I wish I would have put more into my basketball career? 1,000%. But I got this bug for business along the way. And the cool thing is you're going to get to stretch yourself and do an amazing job while you're here and get an amazing degree and get to play basketball and have awesome freaking memories. But dude, what's next? What's after that, right? That's part of being humble, hungry, and focused. Well, I sold for years. Now we put on conferences, literally with people like I've hired to come speak at our conferences. Michael Irvin, Ray Lewis, Tim Tebow, like a bunch of big time business people. And we go around the country helping insurance agents by doing events and marketing to help them win at a higher level. And occasionally I get to come into a university or a basketball team and share as well. Okay? Here's a few things that I was thinking about today when I was thinking about, okay, the motto is humble, hungry, and focused. My question for you is, because I have regrets. I did not leave it all on the court when I played here. I did not. Dude, I got sidetracked with girls and business and all this other stuff. So the question for you is, are you doing everything you can to maximize the time while you are here? Because for me, later in my career here, I started showing up a minute before practice, or maybe I was a minute late. And then as soon as practice was over, I didn't put up any shots. I didn't go get on the treadmill. I didn't get in the weight room, clearly. I just went back to work. Instead of absolutely doing everything I could to maximize the opportunity that I was given. You are given an amazing opportunity. All of you, I promise you, could school Cody Askins back when I was here. No question about it. But guess what? I'm schooling a bunch of people in business now. But man, there's still days where I'm like, gosh, I wish I could go back to those days playing ball. Are you doing everything you can to maximize the time that you are given? God has given you an opportunity and some skills, right? And some quickness and a shot. Some of you can jump, maybe some of you can't, whatever it is. But are you doing everything you can? When you're here, are you humble? Or do you have an ego? And are you arrogant? And are you getting into it with other people in your team because you're just you think you're all that and you're amazing? Dude, the truth is, life, if that's you, life is going to humble you at some point. Dude, I've been humbled a bunch. Last year, I bought a business partner out of a company that was losing 6 figures a month. We've had to gut pretty much our entire home because of black mold. My mother had cancer. My father-in-law had cancer. Right? One of my business bank accounts had a negative $107,000 in it. All last year. I don't share that stuff, but I share that with you because, dude, Cody needed to be humbled because I started having some success and some followers and making money. And we built a brand that's literally took 6 companies to 7 figures. Okay, cool. But Cody needed to be humbled. Maybe this message is for you because right now you need to be humbled. Because I can tell you what, this team is not going to go as far as you want and accomplish the things you want if there is arrogance in the room. It's not. Confidence, yes. Don't lose the confidence. Don't lose some swag. But arrogance, that's a different thing. Are you doing everything you can with the opportunities that you are given? Or are you not? I remember one specific moment, my senior year. I'm out on the court. We're down by 1. I'm starting point guard. And coach pretty much called the play and said, hey, dude, we're The guy guarding you isn't stopping you. We're going to give you the ball, and you're going to go to the rim and score. I'm like, sounds good to me. And I had an opportunity to get focused and help our team win. Passed me in the ball from half court. I was at the top of the key. I gave him a little in and out cross, went baseline off the board, and we won. That's one of the few cool moments I have because I did not give all that I could. I know you guys are hungry because you freaking love basketball. But is there another level? Is there another notch? Can you take it up a notch? How focused are you when you're actually in practice? Or are you thinking about all the other crap that's going on in your life, in your world, and your finances, and your dating, or your family, or your classes, or whatever? Are you truly giving this everything you can? And I'm speaking from experience when I ask that. I remember having a blast here and enjoying it, but I did not do everything I could. Like whoever's yelling out there right now. I did not do everything I could to maximize the moments that I was given. And I have regrets. I'm here to say that to you, to wake you up and get your attention, to help you not have regrets. Because I can tell you what, this school has came a long freaking way since I went here. And I would love for it to continue to progress. And you guys put a hurting on a bunch of freaking local teams this year and across the state and multi-state. Like, I would love nothing else than for me to be able to come back and see you guys just whooping up on all these other schools. I think we're playing C of O now, and I don't know, all these other teams. But I would love for you guys to be whooping up on all those teams. But it's not going to happen if you are not humble, if you are not hungry, and if you do not stay focused throughout your time here. I'll leave you with this story. One of my favorite stories of all time. You guys know who knows who Steve Harvey is? Okay, cool. I'm a big Steve Harvey fan. I have a bunch of stories of his that I love sharing. There's this one I'm going to share that hopefully will get your attention today. When Steve Harvey was 10 years old, he was in class, and his teacher said, "Steve, go up to the front of the room and tell everyone what you want to be when you grow up." And she had every student going to the front of the room. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. They would be like, "Hey, I want to be a police officer or an astronaut or whatever," right? All these different firefighter, et cetera, et cetera. Steve Harvey was put in the front of the classroom. No confidence, head down, stuttering as he walked to the front of the class. Didn't make eye contact with anyone. And said, when I grow up, I want to be on TV. She said, "You ain't going to be on TV. You can't even talk straight. Shut up and go sit down." Dude, I don't see anybody on TV more than Steve Harvey nowadays. Ever. And Steve Harvey mails a flat screen TV to that teacher every year at Christmas so that she never misses him on TV ever again. The point of the story is, dream as big as you want. Think as big as you want, because most people are entirely limited by this. I never thought we would be able to take 6 companies to 7 figures, and 2 will do 8 figures, over $10 million in revenue next year. I also never dreamed when I was in this moment, sitting in these chairs like you are right now, that anything else was possible for me outside of basketball and maybe making a little bit of money here and there. Dude, the cool thing is you have the ability to not only do something special while you're here, if you take it seriously, but you also have the ability to do something special when you leave. So I want to get your attention, help you maximize this moment, because there's a bunch of amazing moments while you're here where you can do something truly special. Are you humble? Or is there an arrogance about you that's going to hold this place back? Are you hungry in that, dude, I will do whatever it takes. I'm constantly fired up. I want this thing. I want to be my best self. Are you focused in that, dude, when I'm here, I'm locked in. I'm not letting everything else bother me, dude. I'm focused. I'm locked in. I want to win. And I will do whatever it takes to help the team. That's what I'm hoping for you. I love what I get to do. My grandfather was a Baptist pastor for 40-something years. I believe God transferred His gift into me, and now I get to speak. I have 6 speaking engagements, some of them paid, in the next 17 days. I love getting to do this. I want you to love what you are getting to do now because it has a shelf life. You are here for a limited time. Maximize it. Leave no doubt. Have no regrets. And make this an amazing season. Thanks for letting me hang with you guys for a few minutes. Appreciate you.